Hey everybody, welcome back to Old Pete Gaming. I'm your host Old Pete. Now let's get back into the long dark. So we are here in the Riken, having just looted out the whaling factory. So can I get up here? Nah. That was not a net gain trying to do that. Yeah, it occurred to me in the last episode I put a bunch of stuff down, and what I didn't put down was the just inordinate amount of rifle ammo that or not rifle, but pistol ammo that I'm carrying. So I'm carrying 35 rounds. I could easily have put more than half of that down and still been. Oh, there's a body. There's a dude behind us that whole time.
This will come in handy.
It's actually a pretty nice scarf. Let's see what that looks like. Is that better? No, not at all. You know, that cow's actually pretty respectable. Now that I'm looking at stats. It's not bad. Oh, not seeing a lot. It's very dark in here.
Just what I need.
Loot out everything that I can before we get some sort of light source. What I'll probably do is wait for a clear day, because we have the magnifying glass. I can start a fire outside. Oh, did I just drop the magnifying lens? Derp. We can use the magnifying lens outside to start a fire, grab a torch off it, and then use that to get a little better view on what's going on in here. Let's go see if that's something we can do right now. It is beautiful. Alright. Sweet. Can I... Oh, you know what? I dropped all my wood. Darn it. Let's go grab some sticks. Make sure there's not a bear over here. Looks to be clear. That is very loud. It's It's so loud I can't hear myself talk, which is kind of why I'm being quiet right now. Please look for your brother and his friends. I don't know what to do. Cave. Rose hips. Alright. We're definitely going to want to come back for at least one of these two fur limbs. These are nice, and they're in a nice close location. We can grab them real easy. If we weren't so close to losing light, I'd do it right now. I don't want to risk that, because I do want to get the free fire so we can have some light, find all the stuff in the Riken, It would be a shame to come all this way. Wow, look at that. Do you see that, guys?
I think I can use this.
2 magnifying lenses. Still no rifle, though. Alright, so hopefully we can start a fire and it's not too windy. Let's do it. Oh, that wind makes me nervous. We might have to change spots. Do it in a spot that's sheltered from that direction. Gotta hurry. I can feel it. I can feel the storm coming on. I can see that smoke wisping around.
That did it.
Go. Don't get stuck. Alright. Let's do this. Nice thing is we also have 200% torches. So if this does start to burn down, we can always just light one of those to finish off the job. But this is always worth doing. Wow, that's... well, oh, darn it. I'll take it, you know. It's not a ton, but when you consider how much I have, more revolver ammo, it's actually a pretty substantial amount, I think. Alright, let's go to the forge room here. This is our friend Mr. Furnace, where we are able to forge tools here in the Riken. Let's drop all our coal. Even the safety coal, because we gotta lug coal back over here. So I'll pick some up then. And I think I have a piece of metal. I might as well drop that here. So we will be using it here shortly. Yeah, if I just saw up a couple of shelves, I should have a decent little chunk of metal that we can turn into some arrowheads.
Could end up being useful.
Really nice. You know, if we could find a bow, that would be even nicer. Do you suppose? Perchance such an event could take place. Well, we got the Riken looted out. That's good. I'm pretty sure we got most of everything that was hiding in there. Which wasn't a ton, but yeah, you gotta take what you can get. Hey, scrawled message. No ship came. No use to me where I'm going. I leave it to you. Iberian Processing Center. Oh, okay, cool. So now we have 2 caches that we can go check out. There's apparently a metal container over here, too. Key to a lockbox. Well, that's going to be a trip to Milton, huh? Might be a while before we end up there. I do like Milton as a zone. However, it's just sort of not really on the path of what I'm thinking we'll do. But, you know, it might change. We'll see. Alright, I'm not going to bother doing anything with this torch. Just break it down real fast so we're not carrying the extra weight. That did exactly what we wanted it to do for us. So, next step. Oh, I gotta put down that hammer. That'd be crazy to carry that around. Let's go do that right now. Definitely want that here. No other place in the world you'd want it. Alright, that probably saved us quite a bit of weight, yeah. We'll move much easier now, which is good, because we need to go try and find some renewable food. I think I'm going to drop one of those magnifying lenses, because I have had those break on me in bear attacks before, and that would be terrible. I guess that... My theory is that the higher condition one might have a less chance of breaking. I don't know if that's true. But it's a reasonable theory, right? It's a hypothesis that is not completely insane. Alright, let's see if there's any wildlife over here that we can eat. Don't mind running right now just because it's so late in the day and I'm already starving, so I'm not burning any extra calories doing it, so might as well tire ourselves out for tonight. What's that? Crows flying by? Okay. I was like, how? Oh, hello, Mr. Rabbit. Oh, 2 rabbits, even better. 2 for the price of 1 rock. Oh, the hitbox. Alright. Let's do this. Rabbit hunt time. Boy, it's a good thing we made that fire when we did. The fog is rolling in. Haha, to the face. Alright. Drop him. We'll get his cousin over here. Alright. 2 rabbits, easy peasy, guys. Let's get back to the Riken and we'll get those guys all processed up. Have some nice dinner for tonight. I won't even have to cut into the canned food supply. Boy, it sure got foggy fast, didn't it? Trying to keep an eye out for wolves over there since I heard howls coming from that direction. I don't think they would detect me at this distance, though. We'll have to do some beach combing while we're here. This is probably the best zone for it. Just in, well, it's probably a draw between this and Coastal Highway in terms of how many loot boxes there are. Alright. Minutes. Yeah, we're kind of short on time, so in terms of daylight, so I kind of want to just do it. Let's get as much done as we can here. It's a shame we couldn't use that fire that we made earlier with the sun to cook these rabbits, but alas, the timing just wasn't going to work out there. So, drop that meat. Don't need a bear creeping up on me because I'm carrying a bunch of meat. Let's do a wide berth here, just looking. Not seeing anything. The bear, if he spawned in this zone, can come out here, so you gotta be a little careful, a little wary. Let's go get one of those fur limbs with the little bit of light that's left here. That'll give us plenty of fuel to cook up that meat with, and have some supper, make some water for the morning, and have a good night at the Riken. Before I start this, I am going to double. I thought there were 2 branches over here. One of them not. There it is. Magic. Alright. So let me make sure I'm not carrying anything stinky. Alright. Do not need a wolf creeping up on me. Well, it's still warm enough that I'm not cold at all. Thank you, awesome sweater. So we're gonna cut the other one. Each one of these is, you know, about 5 or 6 hours of fire worth, depending on your skill level. I think at max, they're each of those fur logs is 2 hours of burn time, and you get 3 of them. So 6 hours total for each limb that you harvest, which is pretty good, you know. You can cook a whole lot in 6 hours, especially if you're at like a 6-burner stove or something. Just again doing wide berth, make sure that that bear hasn't come on over here in the hour and a half I've been chopping wood. I guess it would be prudent to have this out just in case.
I need to lay down.
We're so heavy from all that firewood, we're barely moving. But we're almost there. We'll spend a match, light a fire, and cook our dinner. And then overall have a pretty nice night. I mean, our health is really not bad, you know. We have the normal hunger health loss for a day of not eating much. Although I overate last night, so I think we haven't lost nearly as much as you normally would. Alright, let's go with a torch. Which one do I have the most of? I have a lot of both. Wow, I have a lot of matches. That's a lot of matches. That's like 100 matches that I'm carrying. So it doesn't really matter. I'll take, I guess I'll take the wood ones just because they're slightly heavier. And we'll go with the stick so it lights easier. Use our torch. Fortunately, we only used 1 piece of tinder starting that sunlight fire, so we have quite a few pieces left in case this fails, but it doesn't look like it's going to. We've been having some pretty good luck on the fires here, which I appreciate. So, where are you? Fir firewood. Boom. Hour and a half at this fire skill level, so that's pretty good. We'll put a couple on so we have 3 hours. Get our pots down. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'll cook water in one, and I will cook meat in the other. See, these little pieces don't have any caloric value to them. That one had 42 and 124. That's free free fire making skill. Or not fire making skill, free cooking skill, right? Those two different, those little items count just as much as the 500 chunk piece like this. Alright, and then you... Awesome. And then you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the thing that I keep forgetting to do. And we're gonna use these stupid stupid purification tablets. So let's go water 1 hour. 1 hour. And we'll pass that. Oh, I'm thirsty. Ironic. I was so busy thinking about the water I needed to make that I wasn't thinking about the water I needed to drink. Alright, so we'll take these. And now we'll purify that water with these. So that gave us a liter. Sweet. Okay, so that's perfect. We did 4 liters of non-potable water, and now we're using these to make that. We'll get 4 liters of purified water. That's excellent. I'm glad we thought to use those because, you know, 0.25 kilograms, that's not nothing. That's like a half a pound that you're just lugging around. And like I said, I almost never remember to use them. So I'm happy that I remembered. We're really good on water now. So, I have an hour left on the fire. It's enough to make another liter of water, but I am not going to bother to stay out here for that. I'm going to go inside and go to sleep because I'm tired. And to do that, I'm going to take a torch. So let's get our food. 124, 450, 42, 450. So it'll be most of what's here. We'll have like 200 calories left. Alright, so that puts us at 611. What's a cattail? So they're kind of weighing me down to 150. Boy, if I ate 1 cattail, that'd work out perfect. Or I could drink the soda. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Let's drink the soda. Oh, but I was going to make a torch. It will make it much easier to find my bed. I'll just do this. That way I'm not adding to my inventory weight. I probably should have used the one that wasn't 100%. Quite tired. The other thing I could possibly put down is I think I'm carrying a bunch of clothing. I could just dump them right here. Hey, a container. Alright. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Let's see, what am I not wearing? I think a bunch of sweaters. Yeah, that's a half a kilogram there. What was the deal with these? What is my pants situation? Let's see. Our pants situation is we have new work pants, which are good. We have a pair of ragged work pants. These look to be more or less the same, with these having a slight edge on windproofedness. which doesn't really matter when you're talking 2 pairs, because only the outside pair matters for that. Yeah, these are clearly better. They weigh twice as much. So, wow, this weighs 1.5 kilograms. Shoot. Alright, so drop that. No reason to carry that around. I think I'm wearing everything else except for these socks, which I should be wearing. So, there you go. Alright, so put that away. I don't need to accidentally start a torch up and waste a match. Wow. How did I use up that many calories already? Alright, so that should be pretty close. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. If we can
wake up again.
if we can feel out where the bed is. Oh, it was so close. It was so close. There. Groping around in the dark for it. Alright, so we'll go to sleep. And then in the morning we'll see what we see what the weather's like, see if there's any animals about.
Die if I don't get some food soon.
Yeah. You know, it's fairly late in the day, just based on, we stayed up a little later because we kind of worked into the night chopping wood, and then on top of that we spent more time after that cooking, so kind of had a late night last night. So we're getting up not fully rested, kind of in the middle of the day. Let's put the wood down. Oh, I probably should have gone up top to make sure there wasn't a bear down here first. See what we see. Is there a bear about? Don't see anything. That bear has not been making an appearance over here yet. Knock on wood, I guess. I actually do like hunting this bear because it's very convenient being able to shoot it from the top of the Riken. Alright. You, and you. Let's put down some water. And I'm going to put down some of my heavier food. Just because there's no reason to carry that sort of weight around. I'm probably going to come back here soon. We have plenty of wood. Yeah, we have more than enough wood for crafting purposes at this point. So I think we'll try to go check out the lighthouse. I think that would be cool. See what's in there. That's one of the main spots in the zone. Hopefully we can get there without too much difficulty. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Man, we are torch rich here, guys. 100% torches coming out of my yin yang. It's a family-friendly show, guys. Thought maybe those logs were the bear, but they are not. They are logs, and logs are not bears. All right, I gotta go a little carefully over here. I hear some hungry customers. Yep, there's one right there. Do we have anything on us? Oh, I might actually. No, I don't. Good. Good. For a second I thought maybe I had failed to drop the rabbit hides. And those are, when they're not cured, are enough to draw wolves. If you're on the right settings. In fact, on these settings, cured guts will draw wolves. So even curing your guts aren't enough to fully get rid of the smell. However, if you use them to make a bow or a snare, they won't have any smell anymore. So just make your snares before you leave. Don't pack the guts with you. There's always the question of, do I want this situation to end in me shooting this wolf? And I don't think I do. I think I would rather the wolf go do its thing and I just get to the lighthouse. That's where we're going, by the way, in case you didn't see the lighthouse. That would be my first choice. Save the bullet, spare the wolf, get to the lighthouse. Lighthouse is the mission. Wolf is just an obstacle. But if I have to, I will. And it would give us maybe some meat. Although transporting it from this spot is a little dicey because of the other wolf that's usually around here. This is it's a dangerous little spot here. If he comes up on me fast, I might have to just take a hip shot. Warm enough that we're not really in danger of getting so cold we can't shoot straight, so that's good. Rested enough that we'd probably survive, hopefully. Maybe. It can be really, really dicey on these settings. Oh, good God. There's wolf number 2, I think. There he is. Yeah, wolf number... That might be wolf number 1, but I think that's wolf number 2, and I think wolf number 1 headed down the hill there. But we're just gonna continue to take it nice and slow. Once we get over to that bridge, we'll probably be able to dispense with the crawling around like this and just hoof it up the rest of the way. Alright, we'll try it here. It's annoying having to move so slow, but it's just what you gotta do to keep them from noticing you. Gotta be a little stealthy. See over there? I'm pretty sure he walked down that. I see a deer. A deer that wants to be eaten by a wolf at some point in its life. Let's see where the wolf went. But no matter. No matter. We are at the lighthouse. Promises made, promises kept. Let's see, is there anything around the lighthouse? Anything down there? Sometimes there's stuff down at the bottom of there. For now, we will content ourselves to go inside and look around. What was the weather? Is it good enough I could do a torch? No. Not in any way. The flag sure can freak you out when you go outside there.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Cloth. Another book. We're gonna be very, very well
Thank
read.
goodness.
We're a man of letters. Beautiful. Here we go. I keep hearing my mobile ring. Get excited every time, but it's just as dead as always when I check. I don't know why I still carry it around. Sean's been my savior, especially after Sue and Tori's suicide. He told me about how he always wanted to do Death of a Salesman. His American accent's pretty good, too. We fell asleep in each other's arms last night. Sean wouldn't wake up. It's... there's something about the tone of that note that, the start of it doesn't match the end of it. In, how she talks about Sean. But what can you do? My God, we have a lot of pistol ammo. And this isn't, I mean, what we're carrying on us is just what we've collected since we put down most of our ammo. I think one of you in the comments was mentioning that I left a bunch back in Pleasant Valley, and yes, I did. We just have so much ammo in this game. We're swimming in it. We are swimming in it, boys. Those wolves aren't gonna know what hit them. When one of them growls at me, otherwise I'll continue to try and just sneak by them. Oh, rifle cartridges with no rifle. Have we collected many of those? I don't think we've... Yeah, no, we've got 15 of those on us. It's a pretty decent amount. Okay. Yeah, so we're definitely... Ammunition is not the thing that we are short on in this playthrough. Oh, let's see. We're nice and warm. Got a fair amount left in the day. What are we weighed at? We're 4 kilograms over. I think we'll be alright. Alright. So this might seem a little unconventional to you guys, but we're doing this. The secret is you gotta reset the timer. You gotta get on those little flat spots they give you and reset the timer. If you do that, really, you don't have a lot of spraying risk there. Now, do be careful, because if you run off the slope like I started to do there, you can get a fair amount of distance going forward, and that then causes you to fall a decent amount down, and you can get pretty hurt doing that, actually. Fortunately, I kind of pulled it back at the last second. Alright, so we're going to do some beach combing here, see if we got anything good. Hopefully nothing fish related, much as I like to get some a knife, an improvised knife. Some cloth, right? And a fish. Rancid coho salmon. You know, if we were to cook that, we'd probably get like 0.10 liters of fuel out of it, which is, you know, that's about half of what we got just from that can that we found in the cannery. So it's a decent amount. The problem is there are like wolves right there, right? And when I pick up the fish, I suddenly become the fish, and the wolves suddenly are able to smell me. Science, you wouldn't understand. trying to save some time here. Don't really want to tire myself out too badly, but I am a little nervous about the weather. It feels like it could be doing that thing where it gets ready to shift on me. And I don't really want to be on this end of the zone when that happens. Now, if I take that way back, I might honestly pick that fish up and just go every couple 100 meters and then drop it and just give it a second. Let the cool down on wolves smelling you, reset, and let them walk away a little bit maybe from their path of pursuing you, and get that fish down to the Riken where we can cook it. I might do that. We'll see. A lot depends on what the weather does here in the next half hour or so of the game. It definitely is getting worse. Hey, another bunny. Good news for you, Mr. Bunny. I don't have time for your nonsense. But I will get some feathers, and let's see what's over here. That looks like a bow and arrow to me. 76, 79%. Those are excellent. So we are in the archery business here. Which is great. That's especially great if we see that bear, because the bow bleeds animals out faster than any other weapon. So hit the bear with the bow and it'll bleed out. If you get it in the head and it doesn't drop it, I think it bleeds out in 4 hours of game time, which isn't too bad. It's a pretty wide range depending on the weapon you hit it with and where on the bear you hit the animal. You want to try and get a headshot. It's basically like survival meets CS:GO. Try to get a headshot. I want to try and keep something of a wide berth. Oh, I can't though, because I'm hemmed in against the weak ice. Oh, alright, we gotta be careful. I don't want to, because that wolf could be right over there. So I want to try and stay as far away from him as I can, but I also don't want to fall into the freezing cold water. There he is. He's far enough away that I don't think he'll be much bother to us, at least until we grab that fish. Then things might change. I don't exactly remember where. Oh, I think I see it. Nice. It's pretty far over here, so I feel like we could grab it, make some good headway. I love that we're not getting cold here. So that'll allow us to kind of take our time with it. So we're gonna want to run as fast as we can if we can, and we can't, which I'm really surprised that maybe it's because the wind is blowing my scent away from them. But I'm really surprised that they don't smell that. Can't run, unfortunately. So this fish is a little bit of a bigger liability than I would like. We are going to get over here and do the thing I was mentioning earlier, where we allow ourselves to just kind of reset the smell timer on the wolves. Just give it a couple of seconds, and then we'll move on again. Oh, that fish looks so delicious, doesn't he? It's a big fish, though. Those salmon are meaty. And even though he says he is rancid at 23%. When we cook him, he will gain 50% back. So, you know, he'll probably lose a bit more condition. Let's say he's down to 20% by the time we cook him. Well, when we cook him, he'll be at 70%, and that's more than sufficient for us to eat without having to worry about food poisoning. And really, more importantly, it's enough to give us that sweet, sweet lantern fuel that we are fairly low on. You know, not catastrophically low. We did find some more here, but low enough that I don't love it. We'll put it that way. I definitely would like to have a little more buffer on my lantern fuel supply, and I think this will do it. It'll give us a solid, you know, 1/10 of a liter. And a full lantern is 1 liter. That's one of the advantages of using the metric measurements in this game. It's the main reason I do it is because all of the things that take stuff, if you want it to be an even number, it has to be in the metric. Because otherwise it's some ridiculous amount of fuel, you know, some decimal point. I ain't got time for that. I like it to be a nice even one in terms of how much lantern fuel my lamps hold, and even the water. You know, when you're boiling water, you're able to boil 1 liter at a time or 2 liters at a time. When you convert to the English system in the game, you're dealing with like 0.66 gallons and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. I find all the decimal places unnecessarily taxing for the juice of having my imperial measurements. If it wasn't for that, I would use imperial measurements, especially with temperature, because, you know, since I live in a place that uses Fahrenheit, we don't use Celsius. I really don't have a sense of what the temperature would mean for me, you know. That's the real downside of using the metric system for me, is I can't imagine what 0 degrees Celsius feels like, because I don't really know what that means. I'm sure I could do some conversions and then work out, okay, this is like 70 degrees in my temperature. That's a lot more work than I'm willing to put in, and so I'm not doing it. Alright. Well, this is enough salmon to last us a couple nights here, so I think we're well provisioned to at least craft some arrowheads. We'll need to break down some metal, but that ain't no thing.
It's starting to weigh me down.
All right. He looks delicious, doesn't he? Ever since they changed it so that the rotten food has the visual effect of being spoiled, it psychologically has changed eating spoiled food for me, that's for sure. I'm wondering if the bear didn't spawn here. Although, we seemed to see... I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this deer. I might even just do it with the pistol. Try to see if I can't get him in the head with it and drop him. The alternative is using my 1 arrow. But I don't want to do that, because I'm afraid he's going to run off with it, honestly. And I have so much pistol ammo, I might as well use some of it, right? We'll see if we're able to drop him. He'll probably just get wounded and then run off and die somewhere, and then we can try to find him. These aren't always here, though, so I do want to try and get them while I can. You know, I think we can start a free fire right now. So if this works, this could be really nice. We'll see. I'm crouched. He can't see me. I'm like invisible. It's like a cloaking device. I missed him, didn't I? Darn it. Darn it, darn it. Wow, there are a lot of deer here, though. You know, we'll try this guy. Or gal, I guess. A little doughy. Her doughy little eyes. It would be nice if I was able to drop it right near the boat, though. That would be pretty darn convenient. They're still running around. Oh man, I could try an arrow shot there. But it would have scared off the doe, and I feel like this is just such a nice spot. I'm not sure if does have like less health. You know, they're kind of smaller. Got him! Alright. Beautiful. So much ammo. Might as well try for another one. We will give ourselves plenty of food here. We won't even have to think about food if we can drop one more of these guys. And we'll get a lot of cooking skill from it, right? From cooking all this deer. We might even be able to work it so that we cook a piece while we're crafting. I think the timing can work off there. Or work out there. Come on, turn around, dude. You're going the wrong way. You need the Red Dead 2 option to call it. Got him. But he didn't drop. Got him in the face, though. So let's see. He'll be the second deer, right? I don't think I've killed any other deer. Yep, that doe was my first deer killed. Excellent. Alright. Yeah, I'm curious what the deal is with the bear here. I've not seen hide nor hair of him. The only sign that he's potentially here that I've seen is the wolves freaking out that first night we were here. I mean, technically, there is a chance that they were smelling me and being freaked out by me, but that seems really unlikely. It's more likely if you have like a wolfskin coat on than something like that can often happen, but barring that, on these settings, I would not really expect that to happen. Let's get all this stripped off here. It's great that we're not cold. Nope. I'm not sure what I did there. Hit back instead of harvest, I guess. Well, we're not going to be wanting for food here, folks. We're going to be able to get the hide off it. Start that curing. Which is good, because I think eventually we'll probably want some deerskin boots, unless we... So what do we have? What are our boots right now? Oh, they're combat boots. They're alright. But they're not as good as, say, deerskin boots as far as dealing with the cold. Just not as good. One thing you can do if you're trying to rush your cooking skill level is you can cut the meat off in tiny little chunks. So you start it cutting and then you just escape out, and that will give you a little tiny piece of meat. And as I pointed out earlier, each of those little pieces of meat count as an equal amount of cooking skill as a full-size 1 kilogram chunk of meat. And so that is a way where you can sort of rush cooking 5 if you do that a ton of times with everything you harvest. I personally, you know, I won't say I never do anything like that. There are definitely moments where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna cut you up into as many little pieces as I can just to get some value out of you. But most of the time, I don't really like it. Just because I feel like once you hit cooking 5, the game actually is kind of easy. And so I like to draw that process out as much as possible so that the game stays interesting to me for as long as possible. Which I think that's reasonable, right? There's the bear. Oh, he's not very close. Maybe we can attract him though. Let's see if we can bait this old bear. I'll bet this gets him over here.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Surely three stink lines will get him over here, right? It's got to. Wow, I'm surprised he's just barreling for me right now. I'm worried about wolves flanking me from over here. Ah, here he goes. I think he's coming at us now. Yeah, alright. That's the boy. That's a big boy. Now, that definitely is a way to, to rush your progress to cooking 5, is to kill, butcher, and cook up this bear.
It's dusk, so night can't be far behind.
So I'm going to do this. You know, I mean, part of me feels like, why do I need to hunt this bear? But also, part of me is like, hey, there's a bear, let's hunt it. He's taking a sweet time getting over here, though, isn't he? A little concerned about wolves. You know, if you want this meat, dude, you should really, like, hustle up, because this is ridiculous. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. It would have been funny if he had made a lot more progress than that when I turned around. It's right there, boom. Bear face. It's gonna be a little dark going through the Riken, so that's a little dicey. This is gonna be funny. Alright. Oh! Didn't want to do that. Let's go back out here for a second. Alright, so he's very close. So we're going to go in the ship. And we're going to get our light out. Alright, we'll see how this goes. We're going to use our one arrow here. I mean, technically I could shoot him with the pistol, but it'll take forever for him to bleed out. I feel like best shot. I can hear him. Where is he? Where are you? There you are. Perfect. Hey, Mr. Bear. Yeah? Oh, I got you, didn't I? Did you like that? Come on, come on, come at me. You can't get me up here, you big dumb bear. I think I got him in the foot. Alright, so in our journal, we look under bears. We see, well, first we'll see, where's our archery stats here? Archery, rifle shots, wildlife bow hits, bow shots, bow hits, 1 for 1, 100% guys. And then when he kicks, there will be a nice 1 right here, and that's how we'll know that we can go inside again. Because here's the thing, bears can be bugged, and when the bears are bugged, oh no, 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 that's not good. I think it'll still be okay. But I think when it really goes wrong is when... Oh darn, I may have made a mistake there, guys. That I dropped the meat right near the entry point, and it is... Oh, yeah, registering. Shoot. I don't think I'm going to be able to get into... Alright, I think that one's going to be permanently there. I don't think there's a way to get it. Oh, yeah, shoot. Well, that's alright. We have plenty of meat. That is unfortunate, though, because... Drop the deer hide. We'll take it in when we go in for the night. So he should still be bleeding out just fine. I wonder if I were to break this, would I then be able to get it?
Not sure why I feel so tired.
Nope. That meat will be there forever now. Oh well. Alright, let's get some food cooking here. We have so many torches. So the reason I'm doing this, you know, originally I was kind of planning on just cooking the meat while I was making arrowheads. But with the bear injured, I want to stay out here until he bleeds out, because like I said, if you go inside and sleep and you come out in the morning, sometimes they just haven't died and you have to hunt them again, and that would be unfortunate because that was my only arrow. So oh, you look beautiful.
Here is slowing me down.
That's the big boy. Gotta get him cooked so we get that nice lantern fuel. Lovely. You know, I think I'll probably just cook all this up tonight. Just because I don't see a lot of value in holding off doing it. We're not going to stay here that long, so... You know, if you're going to be in an area for a while, then you kind of want to plan to keep some of your meat in a uncooked state so that you can then freshen it up by cooking it. And that means even if it goes down to 0 condition, you can still get it back to 50% condition and have a reasonably good chance of being able to eat it without getting sick. But I'm not planning on being here that long. Like, I think I have enough firewood and enough coal to make the furnace work to produce at least, 20 arrowheads or so. I'm gonna want to find the bear and get the hide off it if nothing else. Probably get the guts off it, just because they produce so many guts. Guts are used for a number of things: bowstrings, snare strings, fishing line, and to repair some animal clothing. Any clothing that's made from hides uses guts in repairing it. So that is, I think, a pretty exhaustive list of what guts do in the game. But they're valuable. They're a thing that you get when you're harvesting your food that allows you to potentially get more food. Oh, I had a slope indicator that whole time. I could have sprained my ankle sitting here. That would have been a dumb way to go. Alright, so we'll just rush through this. No sense in drawing the cooking out. It's a great way to pass time while we're waiting for Mr. Bear to expire. You know what? I'm going to do one even better than that. Because why only cook, right, when we can also read? Alright, so I want a big piece and another big piece. Oh, I'm tired though. Shoot, I don't think this will work. I think I'm too tired. I only have 1 cup of coffee. I don't want to waste that. Alright, you know what we'll do? This is a little unconventional. Are you serious? You're not going to let me put it down here? Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's go inside. Oh, but... let's see. Bears killed, 0. Nah, we're staying outside. Darn it. Alright, well, we'll still try to read. Maybe we'll have enough to get something in. Come on. Hey, we got an hour of reading in. That's nice. Reading a cooking book while we're cooking. It's perfect. Let's get this guy done real fast. Not worth keeping around, but worth getting the cooking skill point. Well, we are well set on food. How much lantern fuel do I have now? Oh yeah, we got point 1 because we had picked up 0.17, and now we're at 0.27. So okay, this thing is heavy. Not really needed. Just constantly accumulating so much weight. Oh, yeah, there's no way. I wish. Oh, how I wish. Alright, let's see. Oh, it's another one of those nights where I'm just gonna take some sticks off just so that the fire lines up a little better with the water cooking, and also because, oh, I wish, is there any way? This is like my white whale here, guys. If I come from this direction, will it? No, it still takes me in. Darn it, I wish it... what can you do? We won't sweat it. Oh, I want to get those deer hides curing, the deer hide and the guts curing too, so let's go do that. I won't forget you, meat. Alright, we'll get inside and go to sleep, and we'll call this episode at that point. That way in the morning we'll have a nice fresh start to the day. Oh, that was so dumb. I forgot them to eat. I cooked all that food and I didn't eat any. Oh, it's been a long episode. I'm not being too cautious with the meat consumption here. We have so much. We're gonna be getting out of here real soon. As soon as we can forge some arrows. I definitely feel like it was worth coming here. Arrowheads aside, just for that sweater, because it's such a good sweater. Over here. Alright. Drink some water. Wait, we have just enough too. Alright. See you in the morning. Alright, I'm going to cut it off here. Thank you everybody for watching. This has been Old Pete Gaming, and I'll see you next time.